Man, what is good, YouTube? I decided to make a 16-man bracket of the fighters with the best chins in the UFC. And there is no bias in the chins because I went strictly off the game stats. And I always mess around with the damage. For this one, we're going to have it at 5% because we're going to have continued damage on. It doesn't continue 100% of the damage. They reheal a little bit. But anyways, let's get straight into the bracket. And also, this was not a random order for this. I put matchups together that I really like. Like, we got Adesanya versus Duplessis and a lot of other ones. But let's get straight to it. Alright, first fight of the day, we got Adesanya taking on Duplessis. He misses a head kick, gets countered to the body, but he lands a nice 1-2 that kind of stuns DDP. DDP goes for a Superman punch. He gets countered and rocked by Adesanya. Adesanya, he starts letting some shots go, rocks DDP with a head kick. They both trade shots to the body, and that ends off round one. Adesanya, he ducks under a hook, hits DDP with a double jab. DDP gets rocked by a head kick. He was not having much success on the feet, so he shoots a double leg and gets Adesanya to the ground. Tries to do some ground and pound. Adesanya stands right back up. He tries to go to the body. Adesanya counters with an uppercut, and then he goes for a head kick that whiffs. DDP, he's starting to let some shots go. Adesanya moves out the way, lands a double uppercut. He sits down DDP. He lets him stand right back up. He lets a leg kick go. DDP, he shoots a double leg. Adesanya, he sprawls, and then he lets DDP right back up. DDP try to go for an uppercut out of range. Adesanya counter with some shots, but DDP lands a huge overhand and goes to the body. He was finally starting to find Adesanya, then he shoots a takedown straight into an uppercut that sat him down. But Adesanya tried to go for a switch kick. DDP knocks him down with an overhand, and he started letting some shots go, and he ends this fight. Alright, next fight in this tournament, we got Paulo Costa taking on Alex Pereira. Paulo Costa, he came out with 3 hooks. Pereira counters to the body. Pereira misses 2 shots. Paulo Costa lands a huge overhand and 2 more shots and a body shot right behind it. Then he goes jab to a head kick, sits down Pereira. He lets Pereira back up to the feet. Then he gets hit by a head kick that rocks him. But he lands a huge overhand, sits down Pereira. He falls him to the ground. He started letting some shots go. Costa was throwing straight shots on the ground, but Pereira, he was surviving. He moves out of the way of a shot, and he gets right back up to the feet. But Paulo Costa, he sits him down with a huge overhand. He lets him right back up to the feet. They try to trade a couple shots, and then the round ends. Alright, that brings us to round 2. Paulo Costa, he comes in with a running jab. He goes for a head kick, goes to the body. Pereira sits him down with an uppercut, and then he falls him to the ground. But Paulo Costa, he gets this fight right back up to the feet. He lands 2 body shots. Pereira, he trips up. He goes body head. Then he gets countered by a left hook. Pereira, he's hunting him down, hits him with a straight right. Paulo went for an overhand that whiffs. He goes to the body again. He leans back out of the way of an overhand, lands a straight right that sits down Pereira. Then he sits him down with a huge uppercut. Then he falls him to the ground, starts letting some shots go, and Herb Dean had to step in. Alright, next fight, we got Marvin Vettori taking on Tuivasa. They trade shots right off the back. Tuivasa, he lands a double knee that rocks Vettori. Vettori shoots a double A, gets him to the ground, starts letting some shots go. Tuivasa gets back to the feet, but Vettori shoots another double A, gets him to the ground. Tuivasa gave up his back, but that ended off round 1. Okay, we get to round 2. Tuivasa, he goes body kick, head kick. He started letting some boxing combinations go, but he gets sat down by a check hook. Vettori, he was trying to keep up with the pressure, lands a huge overhand, head kick behind it. He rocked Ty, but Ty comes back with a straight right. Then he comes out with an overhand. He goes elbow, right hook. Vettori moving away out of shots, but Tuivasa lands that double knee again, lands an overhand and a check hook that sits down Vettori. He falls Vettori to the ground, kept him there for about a minute, then he stands right back up, then this happens. Alright, next fight in this tournament, we got Alexandre Pantoja taking on Marlon Vera. Pantoja, he shoots a double leg straight to a guillotine, but he hops right out of it. He went for some ground and pound shots, but Vera, he ends up reversing position. Pantoja, he reverses position right back. Pantoja tries to go for a Darce choke. Vera does a good job. He slides right out of that, but Pantoja, he gets the position right back. He flips Vera over. There's about 2 minutes left in round 1. Vera decides he wants his fight back up to the feet. He stands up. He gives him a little clinch knee, then they separate. But Pantoja, he tried to get this fight right back to the ground, shoots a double A. Vera goes in for a guillotine. He commits to it, but Pantoja, he slides right out of it. Try to get some ground and pound go. Vera gets right back up to the feet. Slides in a little uppercut to end off round 1. Now we get to round 2. There was a little glove touch, then they traded shots, but Pantoja, he shoots a double leg, gets his fight right back to the ground. Vera looks for a triangle, but instead he sweeps Pantoja straight into top mount. He started letting some shots go, goes for a huge elbow. Pantoja slides out of it, then he goes ahead. He takes Vera's back. He got in top mount, started letting some shots go. Vera slides out of the way and gets up to the feet. Lands a nice overhand with a minute left. And then with 30 seconds left in the round, Pantoja shoots straight into a guillotine, but he slides out of it, tried to go to an armbar. Instead, he takes Vera's back and ends off round 2. Okay, round 3. Vera looks for the glove touch. Pantoja didn't want it. Vera hits him with a straight right. Goes for a straight right and a left uppercut. 2 to the body. Pantoja, he shoots. He didn't want this fight on the ground. But Vera, after like 2 minutes, he stands right back up. Gets caught by a head kick. Pantoja goes for a right. Straight into his shot. Vera counters with 2 more shots. He lands a side kick to the body. Then he hits him with a check hook. He rocks Pantoja. This is why Pantoja was shooting. But he hits Vera with a check hook. Kind of hurt him a little bit. But didn't do too much. And that ends off round 3. And after 3 rounds, we went to a decision. It was a 30-27 unanimous decision for Marlon Vera. Alright, next fight, we got Rafael Fiziev taking on Max Holloway. Fiziev, he ducks under a head kick, goes 2 to the body. He ducks under, lands a nice uppercut. For the most part, there wasn't a lot of significant things that happened in round 1. But then we got to round 2. Fiziev started going crazy with hooks. He gets countered by a check hook and an uppercut. More shots behind it. Max Holloway worked the body, ducks under, goes to the body again. He goes with an uppercut, goes to the body, head. For the most part, not a lot of significant stuff happened in round 2 either. But until Max Holloway lands a straight right that rocks Fiziev to end off round 2. Alright, that brings us to round 3. There's no glove touching. They just came out swinging right off the bat. Fiziev, he got hit bad. Gets sat down by a head kick. Max Holloway follows him to the ground. Starr lets some shots go. They separate from the clinch. Then Max Holloway tries to go for a switch kick. He gets hit by a 3-piece. He's rocking backwards pretty badly. And then he goes for a Superman punch. Left hook behind it. Sits down Fiziev with a head kick. Fiziev, he stands right back up. Max Holloway goes for a double jab. Straight left. Head kick that sits down Fiziev. He follows him to the ground. He's starting to let some shots go. Fiziev was hurt, but he reversed his position. Got the top mount. And for some reason, he decides to let Holloway back up to the feet. There was about 2 minutes left in round 3. He goes jab, jab, right hook. Rocks Holloway, but he gets sat down by a straight right. He had him hurt bad. Instead of following him to the ground, he lets him right back up, but sleeps him with a right hook. Alright, for the next fight in this tournament, we got Kelvin Gastelum taking on Kevin Holland. He comes out with a double jab and a left hook that rocks Holland. And then Holland tried to go for a check hook. Gastelum shoots a double leg, picks him up. Holland's takedown defense stood good. Gastelum, he shoots another double leg. Holland tries to go for a guillotine. Gastelum, he slides right out of it. But Holland, he does a good job. He reverses position. Then he tries to lock in a dark choke. He couldn't find the opening. Instead, he goes ahead, takes his back. Kept him there for the rest of round 1. Now that brings us to round 2. Round 2, we get a glove touch. Holland hits him with a little side kick, but he gets sat down by an overhand badly. Gastelum, he comes out. He throws a Superman punch. Holland leans back, hits him with a straight, a jab, and a straight, and another jab. Gastelum, he goes ahead, shoots a single leg. It gets stuffed. He goes for a body kick. Holland clinches up. He goes body, head, uppercut, uppercut. He rocks Gastelum, has him on the back foot, sits him down with an uppercut. Holland tries to go for a hook kick, but Gastelum, he counters with a double jab and a left hook that sits down Holland, and that ends off round 2. Starting off round 3, Holland tries to go for a front kick. Gastelum tried to counter to the body. He misses. Holland goes high with a kick. He hits Gastelum, stuns him a little bit. Gastelum, he shoots a takedown straight into a guillotine. Holland locks it in, almost gets him out of there, but Gastelum does a good job at surviving. Minute left in round 3. Holland decides to let him right back up to the feet. Gastelum, he tries to go in with a running hook. He gets countered by an uppercut and a hook right behind it. Kevin Holland gave him a couple more shots. He misses a head kick. Gastelum goes for a Superman punch. That brings us to a decision.
Scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest. 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Kelvin Gastelum.
Alright, next fight in this tournament, we got 2 welterweights. Kamaru Usman taking on Shavkat. Shavkat lands an overhand, goes for a jab. Usman shoots. Shavkat stuffs it. Usman tries to clinch up, fakes the shot, fakes the takedown. He's getting hit though, but shoots a double leg. He gets Shavkat to the ground. He moves to side control, then he moves to side saddle. He started letting some shots go. Shavkat tries to get out of it. Kamaru doesn't let him. He starts letting some more shots go. He has Shavkat in some trouble. He stands up and gets him out of there. Usman, he goes ahead, moves to the next round with like no damage. Now we got Miocic taking on Jon Jones. Jon Jones lands a front kick, spinning back fist behind it. Then Stipe lands his own front kick. They both rocked each other once already. Stipe goes for 1-2. Jon Jones shoots a shot. Stipe, he stuffs it, goes for overhand. Jon Jones leans back, counters, but Stipe also lands an uppercut. He pushes him back with a front kick, attempts to overhand. That ends off round 1. Alright, round 2. Jones goes for a straight right. Stipe counters with a jab. Then he comes in with an uppercut, left hook, 2 shots behind it. Lands 2 elbows on Jones. He is swinging. Jon Jones shoots a double leg, gets him to the ground, got his back, decides to let him back up. Really don't know why. Stipe lands a huge overhand, 2 hooks behind it. Jones was on some trouble in the feet, so he shoots a single leg, trips the leg, gets Stipe to the ground, and then he decides to let him back up. Again, I don't know why. Jon Jones is the complete opposite in this game. He has no IQ in this game, but he hurt Stipe's leg pretty bad to end off round 2. Then he comes out with a jumping kick. Don't know why. Stipe started spamming straight. He gets countered though. He gets rocked. He tries to go for a hook. Jon Jones lands a nice check hook. Shoots a double leg. Gets Stipe to the ground. Stipe goes ahead. Takes his back. 4 minutes left in round 3. Then he kept him there for 30 seconds. Got the top mount. Started letting some shots go. He's hurting Jon Jones. Took his back. He started letting some more shots go. Jon Jones was trying to escape. Stipe wasn't letting him. He got his back flat. Jon Jones gets right back up. Gets his back flat again. And he ends this fight. Alright, after an upset finish for Stipe Miocic over Jon Jones in round 2, that ends off round 1 in this tournament. Now we get to the quarterfinal matchups. We got Dricus du Plessis taking on Paulo Costa, Tai Tuivasa taking on Marlon Vera, Max Holloway taking on Kelvin Gastelum, Kamaru Usman taking on Stipe Miocic. And now we get to the first fight. We got Dricus du Plessis taking on Paulo Costa. Dricus, he tries to go body head. Paulo Costa lands a straight right. He counters with a nice check hook. Costa tries to throw to the body. Du Plessis hits a nice right hook that rocks him. Du Plessis made a mistake. He just kept on throwing and he was missing. Then he got slept. Knowing that there is continued damage in this is where people can get slept faster because they got damage coming in from the last round. People who've been in longer fights are probably at a disadvantage, but here we go. Tai versus Marlon Vera. Vera shoots a double leg, kept him there for the rest of round 1. That ended off round 1. Now we get to round 2. Tai Tuivasa, he starts swinging some shots. Vera lands a nice check hook, right hook, head kick. Tai is somehow still standing, but he lands a nice knee to Marlon Vera's head. That seems like the only thing that could rock him, but here we go. Vera lands a nice body kick. He hit Tai with that. He backs up, lands a straight left, drops Tai Tuivasa. Tuivasa stands right back up. Vera shoots a double leg. It gets stuffed. Tai Tuivasa takes a knee to the belly. It's not good because his stamina is not too good right now. Every missed shot is not doing him good, but it's okay because it's not going to be much longer. Alright, next fight, we got Max Holloway taking on Kelvin Gastelum. Max Holloway, he's the more fresh fighter. He comes out with a double uppercut. Gastelum tries to go to the body. Holloway sits him down with an overhand, falls him to the ground. There's a nice elbow, but he decides to let him right back up to the feet. Holloway, he attempts a head kick. Gastelum ducks under, hits him with a couple more shots. He rocks Holloway badly, but Holloway lands a cartwheel kick that rocks Gastelum. He has him wobbling backwards. Gastelum shoots a double leg. Holloway ducks under a couple hooks, hits him with a little 5-piece, sits him down badly, falls him to the ground, gets him to top mount, lands a nice elbow, and eventually finishes him. Alright, next fight, Usman taking on Miocic. Usman comes out. He is swinging hooks. He came out disrespecting Stipe right off the bat. He gets him down to the ground, gets the top mount. He's probably the freshest fighter in this, so this isn't bad for him. He got the top mount, started raining down shots. Ended up taking Stipe's back. He had his back. He was raining down shots. Had the same position Stipe had Jon Jones in. He's raining down shots on Stipe. Stipe survives, but Hervdien was thinking about stepping in. He got him to time out, raining down more shots, lands another huge shot, huge elbow, rocks Stipe. Stipe tries to get up, and that ends off round 1. Now we get to round 2. Usman is all about business. He says no glove touch. Stipe tries to go for an elbow. Usman, he shoots a double leg, doesn't get it. Stipe goes for a head kick. Usman sleeps him. Alright, here we go. Let's look at the semifinal matchups. We got Paulo Costa taking on Marlon Vera, who is heavily injured. Now we got Max Holloway taking on Kamaru Usman, who is heavily not injured. But here we go. First fight, Paulo Costa taking on Marlon Vera. Vera feints a front kick, doesn't throw it, lands a huge overhand that rocks Costa off the back, goes to the body, led a couple more shots behind it. He attempts a head kick, moves out the way. Paulo Costa hits him with a couple more shots. Vera's chin's holding up so far, even though he's pretty gassed. Lands a check hook. Paulo Costa was throwing a lot of sloppy shots when he doesn't really have much in the tank, but he lands a body shot. Vera doesn't have much in the tank either. Costa lands a nice check hook that rocks Vera. He kept up the pressure, goes for a check hook again. He ducks straight into an uppercut that rocks him. That ends off round 1. So far, not even too bad for Vera. I'm surprised he's surviving. He gets hit by a straight right, doesn't get rocked, goes for a leg kick. Costa tries to go for the body. Vera lands a double hook that rocks Costa. At this point, it would be a huge upset, but Vera, he's doing good work, but he gets sat down by uppercut, attempts a side kick, couple more shots behind it. He moves out the way. They're both not looking good with the stam. Costa tries to go for a jab, uppercut, head kick. Vera ducks under, goes to the body. He is starting to get Paulo Costa on his level, but he gets hit by a huge body hook that rocks him. Costa tries to go for a body shot. Vera catches it, gives him a jab. Paulo Costa, he sits him down with a check hook, falls him to the ground, and soon Vera had enough. Alright, next fight. Winner takes on Paulo Costa in the final matchup. We got Max Holloway taking on Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman wastes no time, shoots a double leg, had him on the cage, gets him to the ground, got the top mount, started raining down shots on Holloway. Holloway was a pretty fresh fighter too, but Usman, he was fresher, got him to the ground. He was having his way. Max Holloway was just getting rocked back to back, and Usman got him out of there early. Here we go, final matchup of the day. Paulo Costa taking on Kamaru Usman of the best chins in the UFC. Let's see how this next one goes. It'd be a huge upset for Paulo Costa at this point. Kamaru Usman was running his way through this tournament, but anything can happen. But here we go. They trade check hooks. Kamaru Usman fakes the clinch, shoots a double leg, gets him to the ground. He got him right where he wants him. He got him inside saddle. Costa doesn't have a lot of stam to work with. Kamaru Usman doesn't let him get out. Kamaru Usman, he continues to rain down shots. He got Costa all beat up and he is hurt badly. Instead of finishing him there, he goes ahead, moves to north-south, got the side control, got back to crucifix. Costa tries to escape. Kamaru Usman keeps him there. He starts raining down shots, and eventually he would posture up and get him out of there. And there you have it. After completely dominating the tournament, Kamaru Usman, he ends off the tournament as champion. He just completely ran through the tournament. He barely took any damage at all. He finished Stipe in round 2, and he went ahead and he finished Shavkat, Max Holloway, and Paulo Costa to win the championship all in round 1. After a 16-man tournament of the best chins in the UFC, Kamaru Usman absolutely dominates and gets the championship. And that's it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed.